Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today is going to be a little bit of a different video. Today we're going to be cleaning the Maytag and the other Maytag with some Tide washing machine cleaner, as you can see over here. Some of that stuff. And I decided to do this today because that machine I haven't used in a little while, and then this one I haven't used in a couple weeks either, and also just because I like to do this probably twice a year. Once right after I open the laundromat for the season, so bring them out of winterization, and then once right around this time, like end of August, early September, just to make sure they're all nice and clean and all that fun stuff. So we're gonna get things started. For this one, we have it set to warm. Save suds so that it pumps the old water out of this hose. Extra large, regular action, and the 10-minute wash cycle. Start that one. And in this one, we got extra large as well, warm cold, and the 10 minutes cycle. It looks like it's 12, but that's just because this kind of moves. Let's click it up. Let's click it around once more. Oh, not too far. Once more to 10 minutes. Start that one. And then we'll come over here. We'll turn the water on. We'll let the full water into both of these machines. You can see I've already gotten all the Tide washing machine cleaner in both of these. Just a full packet in each of them. Now, this will really be part one of cleaning this stuff because I'm doing these two together because I can run both of these together. Then I'll probably do this one here. Just move this. And I'll probably do the Kenmore sometime, I don't know, next weekend maybe. And then I'm not sure if I'll do this one yet because I just did it right after I got it, which was only a couple weeks ago. So, yeah. So, also, just a quick brief update while we're waiting for these to fill and stuff. I do plan to do probably one new video every week, roughly. Usually aim for Saturdays, because that's the easiest day for me to upload. And again, I do requests for the machines. I do things like, well, a lot of the time it's videos based on the laundry that I have, but if you do have requests, obviously, leave them for me in the comments, and I'll do my best to get around doing them. I also might as well do a quick tour of everything. As you see, we have all the detergents up here again. There's a couple new ones since last time I made a video. Like we have these Gain Flings. This is tropical, whatever, Island Fresh Gain liquid. This is basically just that same green bottle that I had of it, just in a different container. I have this, which I plan to do a video of at some point. It's one of the trial packs that Purcell sends out. I have the soap bar here, which I still need to get around to using. We have, over here, I kind of moved some stuff around. I still have the agitators over here, but I also moved a couple of the ones up here. Like we have the KitchenAid agitator, the lint filter for one of the Maytag agitators, obviously the Total Care agitator for this one, and then I moved the stuff that was up here into one of these cabinets. So you see we got some pumps, motor, fabric softener dispensers, other miscellaneous things. Over here, we have some more detergents in the fabric softener. This is Surf powdered detergent. That's the bucket of Foca powdered detergent, and then I also have this stuff, which I plan to use in a video at some point, as well as some fabric softeners, and this one, which has solidified over the probably 10 years that I've owned it. And then up here is another agitator and a couple of dispenser cups. We have the KitchenAid one, and then the two white ones. So we're getting up there with the water. This one, as you can see, it's about not quite to the bottom of the agitated part down there, whereas this one's up to probably about the same place, if not a little more. Here's the Kenmore as it sits currently. Haven't used it recently, like this weekend. As you see, I have the lint filter up here now, which I showed in one of the videos, but the water comes out here. I still need to get the cartridge for it. I can show you how I ran it, so let's just, there we go. See, we got the tube down there. It just runs along the bottom and over to the pump over here. Got a new tub cover that actually has the snubber plate as opposed to the old one where that had rusted off. Yeah, you can see my amazing job at doing the lid switch on this one. There you go. They're both getting closer. They're not quite to the top yet, but they're about halfway now. This one is very similar. This part comes off. However, there's no lint filter attached to it. However, I did find on accident that one of these lint filters, if you just take this off, just put it there for now, you can put one of these in. It fits really well right there in the middle of the agitator and works really well as a lint filter too. So sometimes if I have loads that are heavily linty, I do that to it. Not very often, but occasionally. I feel like this one's probably going to start first, because this one goes up a little farther up the side of the tub. They both go to right around the top row of holes. So, the water coming in over here on this one. Well, you can't really see it because of the camera, but there. And this one, obviously, is coming in over there. This one's almost for sure going to start first. So let's stand over here and wait. They're almost at the exact same spot fill-wise. This one's just up to about the third row of holes from the top. This one's just past the third row of holes from the top and is making its way to the second. This one's getting very close, and so is that one. I don't remember which one fills more. I'm pretty sure one of them goes closer to that top kind of lip. I think it is that one. So this one might actually start first. Nope. This one started first. And then this one's gonna go here any second now. Yeah, this is the one I adjusted the water pressure level on to be a little higher than the top row of holes. See, they both agitate very well. They both have very good turnover. Or, not really turnover, but just general turbulence in the water. here. That used to be a lot worse, and I did my best to fix it after I was done. This one just has some general staining from over the years. Now, I guess I do want to mention the work that I've put into these machines so far. In just a couple of years that I've owned them. This one came first. This was, I want to say 2016 maybe 2017, I can't remember what year, but something like that. In the year I put a new pump on it, a new belt, I patched some rust in the outer tub, and I think that's all. Pump, belt, and a little bit of rust. This one, new pump belt. It still has the original, it still has the factory original drive belt, and I kind of need to replace that because you hear it's making some interesting noises down there, but it still runs fine. And then, other than those, and a new motor. This is the one that I replaced the motor on because the motor burned up. That was fun. So yeah, this one, pump, motor, pump belt. This one, the only thing I replaced on it so far has been the tub to pump hose. The hose that runs from the bottom of this outer tub to the pump down there, and that's because it started to have a little bit of leak around the pump where it seals to the pump. So I ordered the new pump belt, or ordered the new pump hose. Yes, the new hose, and in replacing it, I pulled the old hose off the tub, and rather than pulling the hose off the tub, the hose ripped itself in half because of how bad of condition it was in. So that's why this one didn't like to drain sometimes. I'm pretty sure it was letting air through the pump where it should be pumping more water. This one has not had any replacement, has not had any service done to it yet in the couple of weeks I've owned it, and I haven't needed to do any work to it, thankfully. This is the one machine of mine, see the 4, this is the one machine of mine that doesn't actually leak water. It still gets water on the floor from the catalyst treatment where it sprays the water onto the clothes and then it just flings water, like water droplets out everywhere, but it doesn't actually leak water onto the floor. This one did. Couple of times, once from the little rust in the bottom of the outer tub, which I fixed, and once from when I put the hose onto this, I didn't tighten it down enough so it would dribble water out of the hose and down and then make a puddle on the floor. This one leaks out of the upper tub ring seal, or tub cover seal, whatever you want to call it, which is kind of at this level here. And then this one leaked water out of the hose, out of the pump. So that's why. Yeah, so that's the only one I haven't needed to work to, and that's the only one that hasn't tried to flood the garage or anything like that. Yeah, you can kind of hear this one squeaking a little bit over here. I'm not sure why it does that, but it does. I think I need to put the new drive belt on it, or order a new OEM drive belt, because it wasn't happy with the non-factory replacement one, which is one of these. So, yeah. And the story on how the motor burned up, the motor is this one. It doesn't look bad condition, but this is the old motor, and it just quite literally let the smoke out because I went to spin. I don't remember, I think it was a wash spin. It might have been rinse. It spun for probably about 3 seconds and then tripped the motor on a safety or an overheat. And so I waited for, I thought it originally tripped the breaker. I then reset the breaker, ran it through set it back to spin. The motor kicked on for a couple of seconds and then it stopped and you could smell burning. So I took the front panel off, let the motor reset itself again, and then you can see when it stopped, right before it tripped off on the safety, there was a significant amount of smoke coming out of the motor, so I had to replace that. Kind of funny, because this one also has an interestingly loud timer. Alright, there you can kind of see me here in the reflection there. Hello. You can't really hear it, but whenever the timer is getting ready to advance, you can hear it audibly clicking. It's even more audible when it goes to spin. This one, of course, just has the normal timer. This one's very quiet. Do you like how when I'm running the washer cleaner through it, you can see the soap building up in here? And this one does it too. As well as sometimes, I don't think either of them are doing it yet, but you can see the soap building up around this top lip here. I don't think either of them have started to do that yet. Usually it's on this side, because that's where the pump is. Here, they're both very quiet machines. If I step back over here, it's hard to tell which machine is running. I mean, obviously that one has the lid up, but it's hard to tell that machine's running most of the time. Especially when I'm running those two, the Kenmore and the Maytag. You really can't hear the Maytag running at all because it's so quiet. Now, another thing I'd like to mention, because I've gotten a couple of comments on it, like why I did the permanent press cycle with this machine. I think with this machine I did it too, I don't remember. But with this machine, I know I ran the permanent press cycle with warm. And that's because, well, here, I can kind of show you. There's the water lines for this machine, the water lines for this machine. Really, you can see them, they're not back over here, but each machine I hooked up to 2 water hoses. This one you can see better. There's the hot valve and the cold valve. However, they both run to that splitter, and then this just runs to the garden hose back out there. So none of these machines have actual hot water running to them. So I always select warm when I can on this machine, and warm when I can on this one, just so it fills faster. Like obviously these ones don't have a warm rinse. However, I can probably put in a switch or something that allows me to do a hot, warm rinse, but I just, yeah, that's why I select warm all the time, because I want them to fill as fast as they can, so I'm not spending 50 minutes just waiting for it to fill with just the low water pressure. I do plan to change it. I do plan to eventually get a way to get hot water out here, as well as maybe better circuit breakers, because right now all we have is, I believe it's a 20, it might be a 25, but I'm pretty sure it's a 20 amp circuit breaker. So running this machine is fine. As you can see, it says right there 7 amps. This one is also 7 amps. Can't really see it, but there, 7 amps. This one is 10 amps. So you can kind of see, not very well. That one's 10 amps, and so is this one. So 7, 7, 10, 10. So in total, we have 20 amps, 14 amps. So if I ran all 4 machines, that would be pulling about 34 amps across the circuit breaker, and that would not work. So I can run these 2, I can run these 2, or I can run both Maytags together, one Maytag and one of the Kenmores, but I can't run both of the Kenmores, and I can't run both Maytags and a Kenmore. So the goal is to be able to run all 4 at once eventually, but obviously that will take some pretty interesting engineering to do that. So that might be a later project. So yeah, the 2 projects I have are running hot water and having it done electrically so that I can run more than just one machine at a time. Here we go, this one's going into spin now. You're pushing the water out of down there. There goes this one. This one's gonna put maximum. There's this one. Now this one might start leaking a little on the floor because I have not replaced that tub seal yet. Oh, you can see right there that amount of soap on this one too. I have not replaced that tub seal yet. So this one might start dripping a little on the floor, but I'm not worried about that because I can just take the front panel off and obviously dry it out and all that fun stuff. I don't want to make the inside of this one look like the inside of that one quite yet. You can see that water building up in there. This one's making a kind of interesting noise, but I'll have to definitely look into that more. I forgot to take the washcloth out of there, so now it's getting covered in weirdness. This is really the highest it's yet going to get, you know. So that's actually very, very full right now. But thankfully this one's almost out, and so is that one. You see it start going down. Now this one's pushing out air, and this one is starting to just kind of more go through whatever. This is the fullest I think I've ever gotten this tub. Oh yeah, there we go. We got the bubbles party now. This one's getting ready to spray rinse too now. Oh, this one's still building up some speed over here. This one might be slightly sludge locked, but no, it's starting to go better now. It's doing its best. This one's rolling it out right there. This one's starting to do too little. This one's going to get its full water potential here now. Oh, and it's done spray rinsing now too. I'm probably going to come out of spin first. Don't worry, I will go through and clean up all of this stuff here. I got a really nice one full of soap and water. You need to change out some of these lint filter things. Because the one for the catalyst down there, it really puts out a lot of lint. Whereas the other two are pretty much fine. There we go, there's that one. That one. This is going to be the fill that takes a long time, so they're both filling in the cold. While they're doing that, I'm going to grab a towel, come back over here, wash rags that I have, probably maybe a couple. Oh, and just kind of wipe this stuff down. It got nice and sudsy here. It got nice and foamy. I'm doing the best that I can, but it's not that great. I'm not the best at doing these kind of things. I actually might fill up kind of fast. We still got bubbles in there. We got some in there. I think might as well, just while we're here, take the front panel off the one and see how much water it's spat out. So in order to remove the panels on one of these, you have to just take a screwdriver, there's a screw somewhere around here, right here. Put the screwdriver, put this down, take the screwdriver, put it in, and you'll loosen it. See there. I'm not good at doing this, by the way. One. You come over here, and there's one on the opposite side too. If it wants to come out, that is. Well, that's not even the right screw. Somehow I ended up putting the wrong screw somewhere. That's good to know. I'm not sure how or where, but you can see these are two completely different screws. Now what you do is you just take the bottom of this, it swings out, and then you pull it down. You just set my camera down, it swings out, and you pull it off, and boom, you got the inside. I like to just put them back over here carefully. Oh, there's the right screw. It's just in my toolbox, apparently. I don't know how I end up doing that. I'm just a little special sometimes. That's okay. This one can go back in over here. And we got, you can see there's a, here's my flashlight so we can see a little better. There's a little bit of water, but actually right now there's really not any. That's pretty good. I think the one time it hasn't leaked, maybe it fixed itself. And here you can see there's the new motor. Over the pump hides. And this is the hose that broke on the other one. It was leaking down here, and I pulled it off, and it ripped right around here. Well, I think I might as well take the front cover off the other one. Just run them both with the covers off real quick. Just to show you real quick. So I'm just going to set my camera down here. You guys can kind of watch the machine fill, and then I'll be back in just a second. Let me see if I can find a good way. There, I'll set it there. there's the front cover removed off of both machines. You see we have the nice mint condition kind of interior of this one. And a little bit of rust and stuff, but that's normal for age. And then we have the catastrophe that is the inside of this one, and it's probably flooded nature or just general dampness of the environment that it was stored in. It's quite rusty and quite crusty in here. Thankfully, this is all surface rust. You see, here's the new hose that I have on. There, it's nice and squishy now. Because I don't know if I even have the old one still. I might have thrown it away. I don't remember. But yeah, surprisingly, all of this still, everything here, the motor, that ground has not rotted through yet. The wires are still in good shape. Everything, this is still the factory pump. You can see it has that little Maytag emblem on it right there. You can't really see it because my camera won't focus on it. This is the only thing I've replaced on this entire machine, is that hose. Which is shocking because I had to replace the pump and motor on this one and just a hose on this one. This still has the factory belts on it. Somehow. We're getting ready to fill over here. This one just finished filling. This one will start going in a second now too. Almost to the filled line. There we go. Boom. See, both of them are running. You can see the pump down there sucking water. You can really see it on this one. Both machines run very, very well for their age. They're both going in very well. They're both creating very good turbulence in the water. This timer is at halfway, and this one is too. There we go, I want to just stop there. So this one's going to pause for a minute. Pump's all nice and full of water down there. And this one should stop any minute. Considering it didn't start much after that one did. So I think they did change it so that this one like rinses for a minute and pauses for a minute and then goes to spin. I'm pretty sure this one rinses for 2 minutes and then goes straight into spin. Or actually, no, maybe not. Hear that very loud timer there, but I kind of like that sound. I'm spinning all that water out now. There goes this one. See the pump shift down there. See them both discharging water. One's coming out of there, one's coming out of there. pumps out water very, very quickly. It's almost fully out of the water. This one is also also very close to being fully drained. It definitely needs a new drive belt because it should be spinning up way faster than it is there. This one's pretty much almost drained of water by now, and it is almost all the way up to full speed. Not sure what's making that noise down here. I think it may be something with one of the pump belts. With one of the belts. Or maybe the damper pad assembly is going. That might be what it is. This one's bringing it up to full right now. So is that sink. It is very full, but it's going. As you can see, it's going down now. This one is not quite to full speed, but it's getting there. That one is by far faster than this one. It's getting up to speed. See, it's getting very close to full now. I think that's full speed there, actually. Nope, not quite. A little more. Come on, Maytag, you can do it. There we go, that's full speed. So is that. There's very little water being pushed out of this hose here. There's going to be very minimal coming out of that one there. This is that Maytag. This one is this. This one still has both of the original drain hoses. The Kenmore, that one, and the other Kenmore, that one. They shake very minimally with nothing in the loads. They do shake a little bit just because of the weight and the balance of the transmission and all that, but they're very fast machines too. Pretty sure this is like 700 RPM. I don't remember exactly. I think it's like a little over 600. That one's like 630. I think both of these are around 700. I'm not quite sure about that. You might have to correct me on that, but that's what I think they are. That one pretty close to off. This one is in its damp dry portion. Very close to being ready to shut off too. There's no water being pushed out of either of these machines. Now they smell nice too. Like I said, next week will probably be this machine, and then I'm not sure about that one yet. So, yeah, the next 2 weekends or so, maybe look forward to 2 videos. I'm not sure yet. We'll see when this video goes out. So I'm recording this. The previous video went up yesterday. The permanent press cycle video, this one went up yesterday, Saturday. Today is Sunday, the next day, and I'm trying to get this video up today. Focus on that. Oh, it doesn't want to focus. Here, let's see. That one just shut off, actually. This one's done. That means this one is the last one to go. This will be any second now. There we go. And yeah, that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!